welcome back. This is Juan from KS Auto, and I wanted to touch on this video because it's the elephant in the room right now. All of my friends have been asking me to do a video like this. I haven't been uploading videos just for the mere fact of school. Right now I'm up and down, with no free time whatsoever. So I actually have a physics test today that I had been studying all night for. And my brain just kind of hurts. I'm kind of just done with it. So I thought, you know what? On the way over there, I should make a video explaining what has been happening, so far. Guys, obviously you guys don't know, but I got rid of my Mazda Speed 6. Now, it just kind of sucks because the Speed 6 was one of the, main attractions of the channel. Most of my views came from videos of the Mazda Speed 6. And I just wanted to touch on why I got rid of it. So, again, my thought was to get a fast car, an all-wheel drive car that I could daily drive. It had to be stick, and it just had to be reliable. I knew for a fact the MR2 was gonna break at some point, so I decided to get a Mazda Speed 6. I'd never tried an all-wheel drive car. I'd never owned a turbo car, so it was my first time. And I don't know if it was coming from the MR2, the experience just wasn't as fun. All-wheel drive is great, but the tendencies of understeering were just not, I don't know, they weren't of my liking. I remember taking the Speed 6 to a canyon run, and I don't know, I just wasn't impressed. It was quick. It was probably quicker than the MR2, but not as much fun, which is fine for a daily driver. The only thing that killed me was that when I started using the car more and more, I was getting about 17 to 19 miles per gallon up and down, Delano to Bakersfield every day, which is not too bad, except when you consider that I will drive from Delano to Bakersfield twice a day. So that's like around a 45-minute drive times 2. So gas mileage wasn't that great. I go to school from Monday through Fridays. So again, you do the math, and it just wasn't that great. And that was okay. That wasn't that bad. Now the problem, kept getting worse when my buddy Braulio and I, started looking further into the car. This is Braulio's Instagram. Follow him. Tell him his Civic sucks and it's super slow. Braulio's he's one of my closest friends. He's a smog tech, so he knows cars very well, and he's the person I go to when I have any questions. So I had been hearing this noise under harsh braking. My thought was suspension, axles, something, bushings maybe. It seemed to be the rear diff mount on the Mazda Speed 6. Now, for further inspection, it's a common thing in those cars for them to go. So that itself was an expensive repair. The car was kind of rough, which is fine, for the money that I got it. Not only that, but we had an occasion where the turbo completely seized up on us. It just stopped moving. We took the top mount off, we took it apart, and the turbo just completely seized. We were able to force it to turn by hand, unlocked it, and the car worked fine right after that. But it was always a thought in the back of my head thinking, okay, I have to replace this turbo at some point. And that itself was going to be like $1,000 or so. It's not what you want for a daily driver. Again, I already had in mind that the MR2 was going to break at one point, and to think that I wasn't going to have a car, in that time interval, it just made me feel really uneasy. You guys don't know as well, but the MR2 actually did break. It broke like 2-3 weeks ago or something like that. I don't remember. My friend Braulio and I took it to So my friend Braulio and I took it to a canyon run. Now, I think it was my fault. I clutch kicked in one of the corners. It took it just very, very rough. We started smelling oil after a while. pulled over, and I wasn't gonna, but my friend Braulio told me, you know, we probably should. So we did. I ended up making a hole in the transmission. So with all the engine problems that the car had, the engine still runs. You just can't drive it. So it broke from the diff mount where the bolt thread's on. It just broke off. It just gave out. So the car's parked right now. I can't use it. And with all of this happening, I feel really confident that I made the right decision and you know, getting rid of the Mazda Speed 6. With that being said, I didn't put the car on Craigslist because I didn't have time. I was gonna start school soon, and I didn't want to think about having to meet people, having to make arrangements, go out of my way to go meet someone, getting text messages. And if I was in school already, thinking that I had to miss a day to go to the DMV, put it under my name or whatever, because I also work from Monday through Saturday. So I hardly have any time free. Sundays are usually, you know, when I'm in school, Sundays are usually my time to do homework and whatnot. So I was browsing Craigslist one day, found a 2011 Golf. So it was the 2.5 5-cylinder, 5-speed manual. It had 71,000 miles or something like that. The car looked very nice. It was completely, you know, lowered. It was almost slammed. The guy wanted $8,000 or trade. So I contacted the guy. The guy had been looking into a Mazda Speed 3 for a while, kind of like I was. And then, you know, I bought the Speed 6. So I hit him up, asked him if he was willing to trade. He said he wanted to look at the car. So we went ahead and did that. I looked at the Golf. Golf was in very good shape. Ended up making the deal the same day that we saw the car. Brought the Golf home, took it at a canyon run with my friend Braulio as soon as we got it. So ever since then, I've been driving the Golf, and I'm just really happy with it. This car is averaging around 33 miles to the gallon, and from that's on the freeway, and it just has treated me very well. Although I've had issues with the fuel pump. I've had to change out the fuel pump around 3 times. That's just my fault. It was I had a subsystem that kept vibrating. The tank so bad, so harsh that I'm sorry, I have to wait for the bumps on the road. That the fuel pump would just have enough play to where it vibrate and break inside the gas tank. So got rid of my subs. The only reason why I had the subs is because I had in the previous car that then I switched to the Speed 6, then switched to the Golf just so they wouldn't, you know, pile up. I really don't like them either. But I did that, took them off, and after a couple, you know, exchanges, the car runs fine now. So ever since then, it's been treating me well. The only modifications I've done is I changed out the deck. I had problems with the Bluetooth on it. It would just disconnect. It really just wouldn't like, you know, connecting right away and playing music right away. So I changed it for a nice double din. You know, other than that, got new tires on it. And since then, it has been treating me very well. It has about the most cheapest, shittiest coilovers you could ever own. They ride like crap, so I'm sorry if you guys have a lot of shake in the video. Trust me, it hurts for me too. So I try to race it as much as I can. It seems that this is as much as it goes, which is pretty sad because it's still low as shit. But again, later I will think about different suspension or whatever, which kind of sucks because there's a lot of camber wear in the tires. But other than that, the car is very clean. It has now, I mean, since I've owned it, I put about 4,000 miles already on it, and I've owned it for maybe like a month or 2. But the thing is that, again, I drive to school very often. Just wanted to update you guys on that. So no more Mazda Speed 6, and I'm so sorry for not making videos on it. Again, it's just been really rough lately with my schedule. But I will be uploading a review on this car soon. I will upload an update of the MR2, as well as start the process of K20 for swapping the car. I contacted the people with the kit. Should be getting the kit by the should be purchasing the kit by the end of this month. So I'll update you guys on that and my experience through the company that makes the kit, and hopefully get the car sorted out soon. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry if it's not the best video. I just thought I'd give you guys a very disturbed update with that car, especially since it has been one of the biggest assets of the channel so far. But subscribe if you haven't already. We have a lot of content to be up soon. Wait for the review on the Golf, and thank you guys for watching. See you till the next one.